If I tell you that there are many things you know about the universe that are completely untrue, how would you react? Surprised, right? Yes, friends, I was also shocked when I discovered these facts. Some of these common misconceptions are that the sun is yellow and that fire burns inside it. You've probably seen in space movies that spaceships explode, but in reality, that's impossible. And those asteroid belts shown in movies, even a small kid could fly a spaceship safely through the real ones. The image of our solar system that you usually see is also misleading, because in reality, it doesn't look like that at all. Friends, you might be wondering what I'm even talking about, but hold on to the end of the video and you'll understand the real truth. Let's begin. 1. The real color of the sun. The true color of the sun is neither yellow nor orange. In reality, the sun is more greenish in nature. The sun is a star, and every star's color depends on its temperature and light spectrum. Each color has its own wavelength, and our sun's wavelength lies closest to the green spectrum. If you look at the sun with your naked eyes, you'll see it as white because of its extreme brightness. During sunrise or sunset, due to the change in viewing angle, the sun appears red or orange. Now, you might wonder, if the sun's actual color is close to green, then why don't we see it as green? The main reason behind this is our atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere scatters light and prevents us from seeing the sun's true color. But there's one place on Earth where you can actually see the real color of the sun: Antarctica, where the sun often appears greenish. If the sun were truly yellow, its wavelength and temperature would be different, around 700 to 800 degrees Celsius lower, and Earth would be a frozen planet. Life could not exist. So the perfect temperature of the sun and its exact distance from Earth are what make life possible here. And since we're talking about the sun's temperature, here's another amazing fact. Many people believe that fire burns inside the sun and that's why it gives off heat. But that's completely wrong. Fire cannot burn in space because there's no oxygen there. Fire needs two things: fuel and oxygen. Both are missing in space. The sun doesn't burn like paper. Instead, it's a giant ball of gas where a process called nuclear fusion takes place. In this process, hydrogen atoms combine to form helium and release gamma rays. That energy travels to Earth as heat and light. So the sun isn't burning oxygen. It's more like a massive hydrogen bomb continuously releasing energy. There isn't enough oxygen in the entire solar system to keep the sun burning even for a few hours. However, this process won't last forever. One day, all the hydrogen in the sun will turn into helium, and the sun will eventually die. But don't worry, that won't happen for another 5 billion years. 2. Explosions in space and the asteroid belt. Friends, in movies, we often see epic space battles and massive explosions, but such things are impossible in reality because there's no oxygen in space. If even the sun can't burn there, how can a spaceship explode? And those asteroid belts shown in movies, where spaceships dodge thousands of rocks, that's pure science fiction. In reality, the distance between two asteroids in an asteroid belt is so huge that it's hard to even imagine. According to one study, the average distance between two asteroids is about 966,000 kilometers. So flying a spaceship through it would actually be quite easy. Unlike in movies, your ship won't collide with anything unless you deliberately fly into an asteroid. So yes, movies show a lot of misleading things about space. 3. The motion of the solar system. Friends, look at this image. This is how we usually imagine our solar system. But this is only a conceptual image. In reality, our solar system doesn't stay still, nor do the planets orbit in perfect circles. The entire solar system moves in a spiral path, traveling through the Milky Way at a speed of about 220 kilometers per second. It takes nearly 230 million years to complete one orbit around the Milky Way. That means right now, our whole solar system is moving incredibly fast, and we don't even feel it. 4. The true center of planetary orbits. Barycenter. Here's another myth to break. No planet, including Earth, actually orbits the exact center of the sun. Instead, all planets orbit a point called the barycenter, the common center of mass between the sun and each planet. For Earth, the barycenter is very close to the Sun's center, so it seems like we're orbiting the Sun directly. But for Jupiter, this point is about 55,000 kilometers away from the Sun's center. So technically, every planet follows its own slightly different orbital path. 5. The true shape of the Earth. Many of you already know that the Earth isn't perfectly round. In reality, it's an oblate spheroid, slightly flattened at the poles and bulging at the equator. Because the Earth spins so fast on its axis, centrifugal force makes it bulge in the middle. If you could see it closely, it would look like a slightly squashed ball. This special shape is called a geoid. 6. The purple past of the Earth. Did you know that millions of years ago the Earth was actually purple? Long ago, plants and microorganisms didn't use chlorophyll like today. Instead, they used a purple pigment called retinol to absorb sunlight and make food. Because of that, Earth's vegetation looked violet or purple. Later, plants evolved to use chlorophyll, which absorbs light more efficiently and retains sunlight longer. That's why plants turned green instead of purple. 7. The hottest planet in our solar system. Many people believe that the planet closest to the Sun, Mercury, is the hottest, but that's not true. Although Mercury's surface temperature reaches up to 430 degrees Celsius during the day, it drops to minus 180 degrees Celsius at night because Mercury has almost no atmosphere. The hottest planet in our solar system is actually Venus. Its thick atmosphere is made up of 96% carbon dioxide, which traps heat from the sun and prevents it from escaping, creating a massive greenhouse effect. That's why Venus's surface temperature reaches about 465 degrees Celsius, making it even hotter than Mercury. So friends, among all these facts, which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.